my stomach starts gurgling, and I just wanted to record, but I can't because they're going gurgle, gurgle, and it's enraging because you have no control over your body, and I don't. Hello, today we're going to open some diecast. We have some weird ones in here. Let's get this Hot Wheels mainline out of the way. I picked up this 3-pack just for this guy, because it is a color of the Studebaker Champ that is only available in multi-packs, and I thought I'd missed it because it's a 2002 livery. But thankfully, Walmart is super slow. Sometimes. And these showed up on shelves. I actually got two, because one of them had the Bone Shaker in it. I looked, but they did not have one that had both the Bone Shaker and the Studebaker. That would have been nice to get, you know, two actually good cars out of, what else is in here? This one's just called Exotique. And to be honest, it doesn't look super different from a I'm not even gonna keep these on the desk. This one's a little cooler. HW Warp Speeder. Yeah, this one looks built for the track. So when I eventually get a track put together for I want to do some Hot Wheels videos that are more mainline and kid directed, and I think this would be good for that. But here we go. This is a casting that I collect and that I love. The 63 Studebaker Champ. And this is a great color. Yeah, I love everything about this casting. Yeah, this is good wheels on this one. Like almost deep dish. Well, I guess they are deep, huh? They're pretty deep. Yeah, this one's great. I only need, now that I've got this one, I didn't think that I was gonna, I must have gone overboard, I think, at the beginning. Because now there's only two that I don't have of this casting. I think there might be like super rare ones that I'm not aware of that the wiki doesn't mention. So I'll have to keep looking, but one of them is just a pretty regular mainline, just from a while ago. But the other one is an RLC car that doesn't seem like you can get for less than $200, so I'm not going to be getting that anytime soon. So it's almost a little disappointing to be so close to having a complete collection, but also, you know, it gives you something to, like, you know, if I ever come into a chunk of money, then I got something I can put it toward, and then I'll have all the Studebakers, even the stupid ones like the whatchamacallit and the Joker. Okay, so this is also more of a like mainline quality car. This is Takara Tommy, and this is, I've only got 4 of them. There's 6, and
you collect all 6, and then you get a box to put them in, like a big box that they all fit in. But I could not find the other 2. These ones I just stumbled across at Tokyo Station, Canada. Sorry, it took me a second there. I just kept wanting to say Tokyo, Canada, which made no sense. Tokyo Station, which is a Canadian diecast store, and they just had these in the Tommy section when I was browsing, and it sounded interesting because they were a Bookstore exclusive, and all the cars are. Well, I'm not going to be able to tell you what anything is unless I recognize it, and they're a little bit exaggerated, so I have that excuse. But you know, they're modern cars or cool cars, but the liveries are all based on warlords from the Edo era of Japan, which I thought was really interesting. Yeah, I know very little about that I haven't seen in movies, but still interesting. And since I got them, they were at Tokyo Station. They were like, I don't know, $10 or something each, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You know what? I'll get all 4 of them because that's just a neat thing. And then I went and looked for them on eBay to see about the other 2, and eBay did have the box, and it had a couple of the ones that I already had, but people were charging like $60 or $70, and I was like, that's ridiculous. Did I just make myself a fortune? And I went and looked at the sold, you know, what they'd actually been selling for, and none of them were selling for $60 or $70. None of them were selling. People just weren't, you know, if they wanted them, they already had them, I guess. But also, I think it's a, I don't know, very, very niche thing, so I got it more as a curiosity. I really like the idea of a bookstore exclusive diecast, you know, because, you know, we need more people to go into bookstores. I think that's important. Support local bookstores and things. And also, I love diecast cars, so the 2 together seem pretty. Am I gonna be able to figure out what this is? All right, it's a mid-engine. Kind of looks like a Corvette. I think they're named for the Warlords. Maybe not. It's got this super cool, almost heavy metal looking the opening part's cool, the engine's cool. Oh. The paint job's nice. I don't really like this white. Oh, is that inserted? That's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, this is some kind of fantasy take on something. It's gotta be, right? Because no car has lights like that. Unless it's just a very strange treatment. It could just be a strange treatment, but no, I feel like it's incredibly stylized. I think it's a really stylized version of it. It's got shocks. This is cool. How'd she roll? 163. That's pretty close. Close enough for government work. Okay. I feel like probably none of them are gonna. I don't think that's gonna be a Corvette. It doesn't seem likely from Tommy. Okay, so this one's like a Nismo or something, a GTR. Yeah, Nissan. What did that one say? This one has nothing. Nothing. Nissan, nothing. So maybe that is a fantasy car. This one's more substantial feeling. The packaging's really nice. I like this. In the background there's a, you know, like a old painting type deal. I wonder if they like had a display of books regarding the same period or set in the same period. Oh, this is a nice sparkly silver color. What's this? What's this? Nice matte black with some kind of something on it. I kind of want to try and rub that off, but I mean, it must have been there for years. Let's do it anyway. Of course, it's not going to work. It's been there for years. I knew it was stupid before I tried it, but I'm quite stupid. That's very striking. The golden red on the matte black. That's very nice. As are the yellow headlights. Nissan GTR. Okay, so I guess that was the name of the car. Mitsuoka Orochi. Mark I've never heard of and a model I've never heard of. This one's 161. Great treatment of the lights though. Aside from the wheels, this is actually and the little, I mean, stain or whatever. Aside from that, this is actually a pretty cool treatment of the GTR. But the wheels are, they do not suit the model at all. That's very cool. Yeah, maybe with some like, you know, time and different chemicals I could. Very clicky suspension. Rolls okay. Alright, what's next? See if we can guess the car. This one could be anything. Yeah, it's not shouting anything at me. hard because the cardboard on these is not, you know, it's not the most. It's a little delicate sometimes. All right, let's see if I can figure it out before looking at the bottom. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna figure this out. This one has no moving parts. Oh, it's a Toyota. Maybe it is a Camry. Did I say that, or did I just think it? Crown Athlete. Toyota Crown Athlete. There's no way that's a Camry. Look at that. God, I'm an idiot. Oh, so stupid. So stupid. These wheels are also ridiculous. They all have ridiculous wheels, don't they? You know what? This one might have the least ridiculous wheels. Just because the car's already ridiculous, so it suits them. But like these wheels are just as like, they don't look like real wheels, but they suit the vehicle. Whereas, I don't know. They seem so small, so tiny. It does have suspension. 166th. I don't like this front end at all. It's unpleasant. The images on it are kind of cool. You know, the banner images or whatever they are. Toyota Crown. Toyo Pet. Oh, this one's a Eclipse. Right? Mitsubishi. Doesn't say Mitsubishi. I like the purple. Okay, so this one has diamonds along the side. Oh, it is a really nice purple. And this on top, which is very striking. That's a really striking design. And yeah, that's a Mitsubishi Evolution X. Did I say Eclipse? Foolish. Right-hand drive. I like the black around the windows. Though they don't do it for the front or the back. Again, they're all so snub-nosed. They've all got big fat faces. Except for this first one, which is an insane vehicle. Anyway, I think this one's the coolest looking, with just the Japanese on top. I mean, I don't know what it says. Hopefully nothing super racist. Get my channel taken down. Anyway, that was cool. Based on Warlords. And they've been sitting in my drawer for a bit, so I thought that I would finally open them. Take a look. And yeah, I don't know if I really like any of them. The Lancer, I guess. I mean, the purple on this is great. The wheels aren't super ridiculous. I mean, they're still so small. But yeah, I mean, it's like one of the stupidest Lancers. So the stupidest Evos. Visually. I'm sure under the hood it's wonderful. I'm sure that under the hood it's wonderful. All right, let's take a look at something a little more exciting. And to do that, we have to pick up this banged up Ram licensed Tarmac Dodge van. And so I think this is a new thing that Tarmac's doing, which is it's like completely new packaging. It's like the MiniGT packaging, which is good for a couple of reasons. One, no screwdriver required. Takes up less space. I've got so many of those acrylic cases around. But two, they can have chases, and the chases you could actually get instead of just chases that the store takes immediately and then sells them for $80 a piece. Because they can't see inside the box. All right, so this is a Dodge van in this kind of cool green, and it actually rolls pretty good. It's not just as Tarmac, right? Oh no, it says Global 64, and therefore the rolling is expected, but done well. It feels substantial in the hand. What's that say? Good Lord. I have no idea. Oh, the tire, the wheel looks good in the tire. There's a little bit of extra rubber there, but that's okay. It's got a separate piece exhaust there. Inserted taillights. Dodge Ram, more tiny little white words. Yeah, these wheels are great. Liqui sponsor. D-Van GP. How they've got the tape across the headlights. That's cool. That's very cool. The grille, the Ram logo. The windshield wipers are cool. Well, wow, that still feels so delicate because it's so thin. But they've also gone the MiniGT way of rubber side view mirrors. I wonder if they're just doing this with, I do like the brake lights. I wonder if they're just doing this treatment and packaging combo with, are there any other seats in there? It's hard to see. Oh yeah, there's definitely at least a passenger seat. That's a cool van, racing van. $164. I am in the middle of a sentence, and it is, I wonder if they're just doing this MiniGT-like treatment for the Global 64 line, because they also have the Hobby 64 line. It comes in this plastic that protects it, and it goes in the box. Yeah. Because I know not every casting released so far this year has been like this, but a couple have, and it just occurred to me, so maybe I should take a look and see if it's just the Global 64 ones. But that's a really cool van. And it's very cool. And it's very cool to have a racing van from a higher end diecast like Tarmac. Okay, let's look at the other van we've got. Also a Dodge, I believe. A 1984 Dodge Caravan from Auto World. This is new for 2023. Dodge Caravan was the first true minivan. All right, let's get it out of the package. There's 2 new castings this year. We've already looked at one, I think. Yeah, the Mitsubishi 3000. All right, let's move this out of the way so we have a little more room. And by this year, I mean so far this year. I'm sure there will be more. This is version B. I'm not sure what color. I think it's more tan, version A. But I thought this like ox blood was very sharp. Oh yeah, let's see if it rolls. It rolls okay. Some friction. The white walls are decent, that's good. The side views are done with, oh, hello. Look at these door handles. Oh, those are done really well. They're molded well, and then they're painted really well. They come out a bit. Yeah, look at that. The handle part itself comes out maybe a millimeter. Not on the driver's side, but that's okay. Okay, the windows are nice and clear. Very clear. Windshield wipers are shaped nicely. Let's look at the grille. Nice bit of black in the grille. The lights are painted and they look nice. The turn signals look nice. Oh, there's a Dodge badging. I thought that was just a bit of paint. This is a nice grille. This is a really nice grille. Doesn't have a moving part, does it? No, I don't think so. Windshield wiper on the back. Dodge Caravan badging, and then also license plate. An Illinois license plate, it looks like. The Dodge Star. I like the black metal, what's the word? You know when they extrude, metal extruded rails underneath the top rails here. Wow. This is nice. The red interior is nice. Steering wheel's a nice size. 2 rows of seats in the back. This is just a really, really well done minivan. Dodge Caravan. But yeah, just a really well done minivan. I like it. Doesn't roll as well as the Tarmac. And it's not, you know, a big scary box fan like the Tarmac, but I think it might impress more. Maybe because there's less going on here. I don't know. But wow, this is nice. Auto World. Okay. So let's do this from Tiny HK. This is a Chinese Hong Kong Lantau Island taxi. I collect Chinese taxis in diecast, not in real life. Okay, what's on the packaging here? It shows you that you're going to be getting some luggage, designed with heart, gives you some Toy East. I guess that's the licensing there, Syncab. Not a brand I'm familiar with, but okay. Okay, good. I was worried I was going to lose all these luggage pieces, but they're just one piece, so that's good. Nicely done, though. You know. Not what I'd call a roller, no. Oh, a really nice blue. The sky blue is really nice, but then when it goes into this dark blue, you're like, it looks kind of less nice. Oh, interesting. The side view mirrors are painted with, oh no, it's just a fuck up. This one's not painted at all, but this one's painted with the with the body metallic. That would have been an interesting stylistic choice. Yeah, the window's messed up, which is too bad. Look, it's got the cool little taxi detail on the dashboard in there. The little like available, not available things sticking up. You can see it in there. The seats are brown, the dash is black. The door handles are done nice. It's got a little watch your step. It's got a rail for the door. The back does open. Yeah. The back opens. This comes down. And then you can put luggage inside, I guess. It's got a lot going on here. Yeah. There's a version of this that comes with a wheelchair. It showed that it's a wheelchair accessible taxi. Oh, these are just chrome. Just a terrible paint job on this. But a terrible paint job on a nice casting. Nice shocks on it. Terrible paint job. The windows scuffed all the hell. But but it's just a cool casting. Just a cool taxi cab. A lot of cool features. The opening, it's got the little not bridge, ramp that comes down. The handles look nice. It's got, this is the thing that impressed me the most, I think, is this taxi detail on the dashboard. Yeah, I have another one of these to open. It's a Syncab, but it's not a Langkow Island. Did I say that right? Did I get the right island? Langkow Island. See, that's why you gotta read things. But anyway, I've got another one that's I think it's the same model, but that's the one that comes with the wheelchair and it's yellow. So in a future video, I will open that and hopefully it will be less poorly implemented than this one, because this is a very cool casting. Oh my fuck. This is a very cool casting. But okay, let's open two cars. Well, let's open them one at a time. That'll be good. So this is from Car Culture. Were they all Toyotas? Oh yeah, they had a Toyota set. Yeah, none of them seem particularly interesting to me. Maybe the 2000 GT, actually. But the Starlet. And I've probably told this story before, but I wasn't even aware that the Starlet existed until I was at the grocery store and I saw this guy sitting in a car and I was like, that's a cool car. Is that like an old Honda Civic? Because it was giving me kind of, like 70s, 80s Honda Civic vibes. Like old, weird, boxy ones. And so I went over and he was sitting in his car. And I was like, man, what's your car? What kind of car is that? That's a cool car. And he said it was a Toyota Starlet, and it was the best car he'd ever owned. Nope. And that was how I became aware of it. Yeah, that's better. This is a very, this one has had some body work, for sure. Wheels premium. The headlights are okay. I guess I'd feel better about the headlights if the Toyota badging was clear and not just as grainy, because it makes it seem like maybe the headlights aren't supposed to look like that. The color's great. These deep dish tires are great. Deep dish. Are they called deep dish if it's got a 4-spoke at the bottom? I guess they're deep. The back's done kind of grainy as well, but it looks nice. Yeah, the badging's not even readable. The car itself is done really, really well. The details are sort of, they look great to the naked eye. But that's interesting the way they do the wheels. I guess that's for the bodywork, eh? The extenders there, so that they reach out to these wheel wells. But such a cool car, such a neat little, I don't normally like to, talk to people when I'm out and about, unless it's about chess or cars. But I thought this guy's car was so cool, so I went up and talked to him. Didn't look like this, obviously, with all of the body work. But this is built on the car that I saw, and this is a nice little Hot Wheels. It's not spectacular. I don't know, maybe I'll come back to it and think that it's good. I do really like the wheels, and I do like the bodywork. The treatment, I think, is where this one fails a little bit. But since we've taken a look at that, let's look at this BM Creations Junior, I guess, Toyota 1988 Starlet. Does not roll very well. Now this is more like the car that I saw. It's just got a cool little shape, doesn't it? The front end's done really well. Starlet Turbo. I like this scoop thing that's off to the side. The Hot Wheels one does not have that. That's what I was checking. Obviously this doesn't have the ridiculous bodywork that the Hot Wheels one had either. It has really nice interior design. And it looks like actual fabric. I mean, I know it's not, but it's printed really well. Black and then black and white. It's a left-hand drive. The defroster lines are maybe a bit big. Taillights are great. Sorry, I'm trying to cover up as much of the... Some of the badgering's hard to read on the silver. Like where it says Starlet there. Beside the license plate over here, it's kind of hard to see. It's got a separate piece exhaust pipe, which is a nice little detail. It's very light, plastic bottom. It does have wheels that turn together, or rather in unison, which is really cool, I think. So especially if you're like into taking, pictures of your car and you want to give it like a little like stance or some attitude. One interesting thing that it does come with is an extra set of wheels, including the turning wheels and then the just straight up back wheels. These ones are chrome, and they're kind of cool actually. Rubber treads again, but I have an affinity for these white ones on this car though. I think they look great. The like saw blade or Sonic the Hedgehog looking things. The turn signal treatment is really nice. It's got some black outline. Super limited. Turbo S. Window's a little dirty, that's okay. We all get a little dirty sometimes. Yeah, I really like this. I picked this up thinking that it would be a fun Hot Wheel treatment of this, but this is the vastly superior model. This is as much fun as Hot Wheels. Well, for instance, this is a great treatment of one of my all-time favorite Hot Wheels. You know, do I wish it had, you know, front and back detail? Well, I don't need the back, but do I wish it had the lights on? Yeah, but it's an amazing color. The wheels are great. The livery's great. This is a really cool car. But if I were to describe this, which is much more premium than that, metal on metal, rubber wheels, and, you know, kind of nice rubber wheels, versus this thing, I would say this is just a Hot Wheels, which is, you know, kind of dismissive, but I feel like the difference is that this manufacturer, cared about conveying the Toyota Starlet, and Hot Wheels did not really. That's not what they're going for here. They have no interest in the car itself. They just want to make a cool new JDM that people will buy that looks kind of drifty. Whereas this is a genuinely cool car and should be given a genuinely cool treatment, which is what this does. Okay. Getting through to the end here. What do we have? We have three different cars, but two different Japanese manufacturers. This is the Honda Fit. That's the background from Inno64. This is the Hong Kong Special Edition. That doesn't bode well. Bit of paint on the bottom. And it is kind of a special edition, I guess. It's got this frosted acrylic base, which you never see. That's not a Inno64 standard. I wonder if it was numbered on that package. I wonder how special this special edition was. Oh. It is licensed though. Okay, the Honda Fit. First of all, Inno64, it's not gonna roll. Let's take a look. These wheels are amazing. Oh, they don't move at all. Okay, this one does. They got the brake discs behind them, but that blue is so nice. And they match it almost perfectly with the blue paint on the car. And that blue is what they use for everything. It looks like all of the sponsors are that blue. Yep. Okay, I guess there's some white paint on one of the windows, two of the windows. But everything else is just that blue on yellow. That's kind of cool. And boy, does it impress on this wheel. That looks nice. That is a nice wheel. car itself is very cool. There's a bit of paint trouble here, I think. Or maybe it's just gloss. It's really glossy, so it's hard to tell where the lines meet. Because the lights look good. The front end has got a cool... shape to it. Something about it striking me as off though, and I can't figure out what. Oh, it's the license plate. Yeah, the license plate's not on straight. Okay. That was gonna drive me nuts. And here the Honda badge is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. RS in silver. That's cool. Is the fit in like copper or bronze or something? That is a weird choice. That is a weird branding choice. Everything else is blue or white, and then on this back door we've got silver and black. That's might actually be silver and the blue. That would be a nice touch, but it's not. It's silver and black. And then copper or like gold chrome where it says fit. Can I get closer? Yeah, that's not silver. Very weird. I actually really like the silhouette of this car. I think that it's, I don't know. I mean, it's, look, there's more yellow paint on my finger. What is going on here? I can't see where it's coming off. Okay, so it's a rubber antenna up top. The side view mirrors are not rubber. Oh, the taillights are done nice. They go all up the window. That's cool. The interior's two-tone seats, two-tone. Badging on the dash. I mean, on the wheel, and then some details on the dash, it looks like. Or maybe not, actually. But then you can see the windows are a little dirty. I mean, at this point, I've been manhandling it for about 6 hours. Okay, so the Honda Fit. Cool silhouette. Oh, the spoiler's also very cool. Sometimes I miss the forest for the trees, or the trees for the other trees, you know what I mean? I get so hyper-focused on one thing that I forget to look at another thing that's right next to it. Door handles are there, I guess, is about as nice a thing as you can say for it. These wheels are amazing. This yellow and blue paint job is really nice, although I did overestimate it a little bit when it came to the front and the back, because back here we've got white, silver, or rather chrome, silver, and then copper, and then the blue. Like, there's a lot going on. But from the side, the only distinction is the white on the spoiler there. The yellow on the license plate here is a really nice touch to go with the car. They do it on the back as well. There's a lot of really nice small details that go into this. So I'm trying to figure out why I just don't find it all that exciting. I guess not every car is gonna excite you, even when they're a cool car. I guess because I like the idea of the yellow and just blue for everything, and then they immediately abandon that concept for the badging and stuff in the back. And there's alignment issues in the front and the back. The best you can say about the lights are that they're okay. So they take a car with a nice silhouette, amazing wheels, a really cool paint job on the side, and then they, in the front and the back, they just, yeah, they screw it. It's a cool design, and done better, I think that I would really like that car. I do. It's funny to see this Scarlet next to, or this Starlet next to something else that's to scale. I mean, obviously a van's very large, but it's still a very tiny car. Okay, so what first? Let's do MiniGT first and end on the Tomica Limited Vintage Neo. So this is a red, what color does it say? Red Pearl with BBS LM wheel. BBS, I don't know what that means. But anyway, it's an R32. And wow, they're not kidding about Red Pearl. Metallic flake Red Pearl. And then, you know, carbon fiber hood. This is funny. First of all, I love this silhouette. That's, you know, kind of a ridiculous thing to have to say, I guess. But, so this is a MiniGT that does have a flaw. The backlights look great. There's something off about this one, but not in a, I think it's just a bit deeper than the others. That's fine. Defroster lines, the spoiler's cool. Skyline. Everything about this is cool. The color especially, it just grabs you, it's very deep. With these headlights, this one is fitted perfectly. You know, you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, there's the headlight. And then this one is not quite fitted perfectly. You know, you can see the point coming out sort of down there. If you run your finger over it, you can feel the edge. However, a more important distinction is this one's kind of foggy. And this one has lines all down it, like those focus lines in a headlight to keep to focus the beam in a straight line, which is cool, but it's not in the one that fits, or at least not really visibly. Maybe there's a little bit of it, but to the naked eye, it's just like clear, lined. but that's just like clear, and this one is lined. It's very strange. I think for this model, just clear ones would probably be nicer. They would match the level of detail. These are nice wheels. They would match the level of detail better. This one doesn't really fit very well. I wonder if there's a way to just pry it out and glue it in. Anyway. MiniGT R32 Skyline in pearl red. Now let's take a look at Tomica Limited Vintage Neo GTR 2020 model Nismo. Okay, this one's got a lot of information, including some pictures. It's got blue around the exhausts. It's got a steering wheel. It's got lights and wheels. We'll be checking for all of those details. First things first, does it roll? Oh, it rolls really well. Really, really well. And it has really nice shocks. They have brake discs with calipers that match the real thing from the photograph we just saw. In terms of color, these wheels are nice. My cat keeps trying to get into these videos. The interior bucket seats are cool. Like gray with red cushioning. Those wheels are nice too. The lights are a strange shape, and often die-cast manufacturers have trouble with it. But here it looks flawless. GTR badging. It's a right-hand drive. Door handle is molded, just very subtly. This side aerodynamic stuff is kind of cool with the red underneath it. It does those backlights perfectly, so nice. There's blue around the exhaust, just like we were promised. I really like this spoiler. It's so simple. That's a good silhouette, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's not as classic as the R32, but it's really grown on me. And this is a great model of it. The shocks and everything. Okay, I'm gonna have to make some room here. I got a little lazy throwing stuff on the floor and just kept it up here on the desk. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'll just cut all this later. All right, let's, Jesus, I guess those 4 Mito era cars added to the count here. Let's see. What did we like or love? What do we love? Okay, well, first of all, this Studebaker way up front. This is a multi-pack exclusive color for a car or truck that I collect, and I love the color. So I'm glad I got it. This Tomica Limited Vintage GTR, amazing. Don't ask about the price difference. This Tarmac van, I'm gonna put this in the second line because I feel like they just didn't know what to do with that much space. Aesthetically, it's pretty pleasing, you know. The doors are done well. It's cool. There's something about the treatment that I just it might just be a recreation of an actual vehicle, in which case I'm giving my opinion on the actual vehicle, but I was really excited about this, and it is really, really good, but it's not amazing. What is amazing, however, and it's been a while since I've really liked an Auto World casting, to be honest, is this Dodge Caravan from Auto World in the 2023 first release. This is the B coloring, but they got the white wall tires right, which was my big worry. But the color's amazing, the interior's amazing, just everything. The grille, amazing. They killed it. This Syncab, it's a really, really great casting with a lot going for it, and they just botched the paint job on it. This one's so bad that it's really hard to, I think that's kind of the case with this Honda Fit as well. Like, it's cool. It's just, they didn't fully commit to the livery, and also there's some janky stuff about it, but it's not bad, just a bad implementation. This MiniGT, MiniGT Skyline 32, I'll put that with the Tarmac. It's good. There are way better implementations of the R32 by MiniGT, and this one's got a janky headlight. Just keep saying janky. The Toyota Starlet. The Toyota Starlet. I'm gonna put this up here with the Nismo and Studebaker and the Dodge Caravan, because I really love this car. It's just a very cool car. And this is a really good, you know, they're not a super high level, the BM Creations Junior or whatever. They're not a super high level diecast company. You know, it's not flawless or anything. It doesn't have shocks. It doesn't roll. You know, it does do that wheel turning thing, which is cool, and it does have swap out wheels, which is cool. But yeah, they're not super high level or anything. But they do a good job. Like they do a good job on the actual car, which I like. Whereas Hot Wheels has I don't know, like a Fast and the Furious version of the Toyota Starlet, basically, here. And then I'm not even going to rate these Edo era Warlords, Tomica Bookstore exclusives, because it's a cool idea. It's a really cool idea. I'm pretty sure these are the exact same as other Tomica castings of these cars. This one's much heavier. Yeah, it's still cool. It's cool that they do that, bookstore exclusives and stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video.